Hello, it's another Monday and I'm here again. My name is Rebecca Kisidu, aka Mrs. Kiss. If you're new here, please do well to subscribe and hit the notification button so every time I post a video, you will be privileged to see it first. Today, I'm excited to share one more topic with you. It's going to be nice and short. I'm going to talk about one thing everybody needs in a relationship or marriage. Stay tuned. Okay, so what is the one thing that everybody needs in a relationship? We've talked a lot about relationship here and we keep talking about relationship, and one thing that we usually say is men need respect in relationship, women need love in relationship. And those are very, it tailors to the needs of men and women respectively. But there is one thing that both a woman and a man needs in a relationship, and that thing is called peace of mind. Honey, the fact that we are dating you, we are in courtship, or we are married to you doesn't mean that you should come and steal our peace. Please, marriage is not the end of the world. Give us some peace. Give your husband the peace. Give your wife some peace. Give that lady some peace. The fact that you've proposed to her doesn't mean that you own her life. Give them the peace. I'll go over certain points with you and then we will all learn from it. So seek peace and pursue it. In this life, there's a lot of stresses going on, especially now, pandemics, different loss of jobs, or even if you're not going through all that, different stages in life bring on different stresses, and we all go through it at different times. But in those times, you have to pursue peace. You have to be your partner's peace. You have to be that cushion that will absorb them, during those times of crisis. If you're going through something, if you're going through trials or some certain stressful times, sometimes it makes you irrational. You're not thinking straight. It's not during that time that you're going to remind your husband that, if, for instance, they lost their job and then they came home and they are worried about everything and how they're going to take care of other things, then you're going to remind them of the land that is under litigation in Ghana that you have to build, on and everything. Just, learn to relax and learn to be the peace of your partner. Learn to be the peace of your wife. After everything else fails, after everything else doesn't work, let your partner know that when they are with you, they are okay. Be your partner's peace. How do you do that? How do you be their peace? First of all, everybody is different. You have to understand how your partner, your husband or your wife go through or process crisis or stressful situations. Some people, they like to be by themselves when they are stressed out. Some people, they will want to talk it out. Some people, everybody in the way they perceive fear, threat, crisis, stress. But you need to pay attention. Relationship is work. Marriage is work. You need to pay attention to how your partner processes issues. For instance, if they just are the talkers and they want to talk it out, be a listening ear. You have to make sure that you're listening. Not the time that they're talking is when you also want to be the devil's advocate. It is not that time. And also you have to make sure that you avoid asking the question, why this, why that, why that, especially for those who express their frustrations when they come home. Just listen and don't ask those questions. Even if you want to ask the whys, wait till an appropriate time. Wait for a better opportunity to ask the why. Because otherwise, you're just going to aggravate it. Otherwise, you're not being their peace. You're actually going to add more fire to that. And also, sometimes for the people who don't like to talk it out, who like to be, by themselves, you just have to provide them the gift of silence. Just, let them be. Just let them deal with it. If you know them, that's what they prefer, to even sleep it off. And you can just give them a hug. You can sleep by your partner. If your wife is stressed out about a situation, or if, you're trying to conceive and it's not happening and they see that time of the month again, you don't have to say anything. Just go lie by their side. Just put your arm around them. Just, chill in the couch with them. Those things are things that bring peace to their soul, peace to the heart of people, and that will help to, for you to enjoy your relationship. Okay, so in the absence of conflicts or stresses, You have to make sure that you still create a peaceful environment with your partner at home or in that relationship. Let them anticipate, let it be a routine and a usual way of welcoming them into your presence every time, so that in the midst of chaos or anything, even on a good day, on a bad day, they know that whenever they see you, they are sure to get that warm hug, they are sure to get that nice kiss, they are sure to get that presence, that sweet presence, that smile from you. Whatever it is that you can give to let the person be able to predict their presence with you, give that. Some people, every time when you're going to the house, you don't even know what you're going to expect, because it's either they are talking about the bills that is not being paid, or they are talking about the kids' homework that hasn't been done, or they are complaining about you getting home late, or they're complaining about every day something. You don't even know. So every time when your partner is coming home, it's like, oh Lord, I don't know what's going to be. They have to actually chill in the car for a minute before, they get in the house, because they think that you're going to end up with, and some people, it's just like, every time your partner gets in the house is somebody's issue. Hey, have you heard? Hey, did you see this online? Did you see this on IG? Just sometimes create something that is your own. Even if you have to bring other issues into the thing, make sure that you're creating a personal welcome that your spouse can look forward to. That can be their peace. So when they go out there, or when they are outside your presence, they know that whenever they see you, they are sure of that thing that gives them that warmth in their heart, that sometimes give them the butterflies. For our ladies, if your man is watching their EPL, their English Premier League, their basketball games, NBA championship, their team is playing, their PS4, their Xbox games, honey, you better chill. Whatever, even if the world is burning, let them watch their game. Leave them in peace. I beg you, their championship leagues and all that, their NFL, whatever, or in Ghana, their soccer, or if Kotokone has a ball, and who knew your Kotoko fan, madam, and Kotoko is losing, don't go and bring that while you're still burnt. Don't go and bring that issue, Please leave them alone. Men enjoy certain things, and sometimes they need the peace from you, your children, anybody else around the house, so they can enjoy it. And for our men also, some people, they just come to the house, and your wife is a full-time worker, she cooks all the time, but this week she hasn't been able to cook. You go ahead and open the fridge and say, hey, and there is no food in the fridge. Please give your wife some peace. Let them rest. A good husband will be like, you know what, you open the fridge, it's empty. I guess it's a pizza night tonight, honey. Or, I guess it's that time of the night for Chinese. You order. Or better still, you go get some plantain. If I'm your wife, then you put it on the stove for me, and then we can all have dinner. Learn to give your spouse a break. We all need it. So in my other post where I talked about how do you know he or she is the one, I talked about agreements, whether both of you agree. Agreement is very important in marriage, but sometimes, because we all come from different environments and we all have different brains in our heads, we process things differently. We have different perspectives, we have different political views, we have different views on different issues. So we may tend to disagree sometimes on issue, but that is when you have to make sure that you're still creating peace in that relationship. Sometimes that can be tricky. Remember that love has nothing to do with disagreement. The fact that you love somebody doesn't mean that you're never going to, agree. You're always going to agree with the person. You're sometimes going to disagree with them. And what you can do, especially during those disagreements that brings conflict, is that if you are cooking up, I call it civil war, civil war in your head, which is like conflict, or your husband or your spouse has done something, bang, the thing that they have done, you are burning up, you are waiting for them to come to the house. And then they come to the house, they are in a good mood, they are chilling, they got this, they bought the TV that they want, or the toy, or the Xbox, or whatever that they want. And that is the time that you're going to start your civil war. Sister, please chill. If that man is in a good mood, allow. Don't let, because of marriage, people suffer. Please, Let them chill. Give them that space to enjoy whatever the mood is, or whatever they saw that they thought is funny. Go through that moment with them, and maybe later, in a more appropriate time, you can bring up your civil war, and you are in a better position to yield results, to actually conquer, to win the battle, than to start the war when the time is not appropriate. That way the person doesn't feel threatened in your presence, and they feel at peace with you. Some people, they won't even wait for you to get home. Right there on the phone before you get home, then your husband will call you. So why did you go ahead and comment again on that guy's picture? Why you go ahead and comment? I saw your comment on Facebook. I saw your post on Instagram. They just start the fight before you even get home. And some people, it's just like, as soon as you hit the door, they just meet you with it. Yeah, we all not perfect. We all don't, are not able to exercise the social media decorums and different things that we have to do. But, it's a process for some of us. So please, if your spouse is not there yet, make sure, the Bible says that we should bear each other up. Make sure that you're also not a perfect person, that during their moments of weakness, you give them some grace. You have learned about grace recently. You extend grace to them and let them feel welcome before you start your world war. So here's another point. This one I wrote down, and I'm going to read it to you. It says, I wrote down that let them be, let your spouses be. Sometimes give your spouse some space. Don't give too many opportunities for your spouse to say no to you for their attention or love. We all need a break sometimes, and peacefully, without feeling bad about it. We all need a break. The fact that we are married, the fact that we are in a relationship, doesn't mean that we should forsake everybody else and be with you. Be on the, some people, they won't even let their spouses text people. They won't let their spouses call other people. And will be tied to if they find you in social gatherings and you're talking. If you're married to a church minister, a church pastor, an elder of the church, and you can't afford to share your husband with other people, you can't afford for people to hug your husband, please chill. Let them feel free. Let them feel easy, please. And sometimes too, if you know what you're going to ask, your partner cannot give you, don't ask. Give your partners less opportunities to say no. So if there's something, make sure that it's something that they're more likely to say yes. So you help them to be good to you, so it doesn't create a bad thing. Because if you're always asking for things they can't give you, you're dating somebody and you're asking for them to take care of your uncle in the village, then you're asking for them to send money to your mom, you're asking for them to go for your aunties or your third cousin's baby shower, and they can't do all that. Please stop. You're just making it worse. But and then you're also building history of no's in your life, which is not going to create harmony and love in your relationship. So give your partner or your relationship a chance for some yes moments, so that you have collection of good vibes, good moments to live by. So for our brothers and sisters in relationship, who are not yet married, please give your partner, give your beloved some peace. Some people will bugging. They'll be bugging you. Why didn't you post me? Why didn't you text me? Every morning they're expecting a good morning text from their beloved. And sometimes, as much as people try to show you their love and their attention, sometimes it's just not possible. Why didn't you text me? Why didn't you like my post on Facebook? Why didn't you comment on my Instagram? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Why didn't you do that? Please. Just relax. And it sounds like I'm mimicking girls, but some guys too can be demanding and needy. Sometimes you just it doesn't make the relationship sweet if you're always needy. Why we didn't do this? Why your partner didn't do that? That's not cute. So please try to be your partner's peace by not being overly needy on social media and even at home. Why didn't you rub some people will be tied to if they go hear about some couples, something that their friend did for their husband or wife. Hey, did you hear them? Did you hear them? They are rubbing feet. And over here, we don't even know where the feet is located. Over here, they are doing ghosts. Over here, we don't know what we are doing in the house. Please, relax. Everybody is different. There is something that is in your relationship that is not in the other person's relationship. Don't compare. Don't, cherish what you have and bring peace into your life. Above all these things, I like to always point us to the word of God. The Bible says in John chapter 14 verse 27, says that peace I leave with you, my peace I give you, not as the world give, but as I give. You know, if there is no peace in your relationship, if there is no peace in your marriage, go on your knees and pray about it. It is only God, it is only Christ that will give you that peace, that ease in your heart, that peace of mind that helps you to deal with your spouse, that helps you to enjoy your home, that helps you to enjoy your relationship, that helps you to see the good in the other person. The Bible says again that as far as it depends on you, live at peace with all men. All men, including your spouse, all men, including your significant other, all men, including your beloved. Seek peace and pursue it. So thank you so much for watching to the end of this episode, and let me know what you think. Like, share, let other people know, and give me a feedback of what you think, and I'll see you again in the next video. Make sure you subscribe and share. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thanks for watching, Mommy. Subscribe. Mwah.